Alright, so real quick video on how to track your macros. A couple of things that you're going to need. You're going to need a food scale. Mine is currently dead, but this video isn't about how to use a scale. It's about how to use the calorie tracking app. I personally like to use MyFitnessPal. It's pretty simple and straightforward in how to use, and I'm going to show you exactly what you should be doing. Alright, so after you make your profile, typically it will ask you a couple of questions, like what do you do, how old are you, blah 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 blah. It's going to then give you, some default starting macros, but for more accurate purposes you may want to try to figure out those macros yourself. But anywho, let's say you already have your macros and your caloric goals. What you're going to do is for breakfast, whatever you eat, you log it in. So like let's say for breakfast you have eggs and they're large. You just search it. So I'm not going to go based off of any recent things. Okay, and so I search just to keep it safe, play it safe, go with something that's generic. One large egg, let's say you eat 3 of them hoes. Boom, log it in. And then like let's say you have hash browns with that, right? So let's type in hash browns. Sorry if y'all can't see exactly everything I'm typing. It's just for example purposes. Okay, so let me select this one. Alright, so you're gonna go right here, serving size. Change that to a gram or an ounce, whichever you prefer to measure in. It doesn't really matter. And then what you're gonna do, you're gonna take whatever food, so in this case the hash browns, and you're gonna weigh it on here. Again, just use it exactly how you would weigh anything using a scale. Make sure it's on, make sure it's measured in grams or the same unit of measurement that you're using, that you're gonna type in. And then whatever number that's gonna show right here, hypothetically, let's say 302 grams, you're going to put it in the app. Then go You then go right here, 302, boom. That's a shit ton. You log it in, add. Let's say that's your breakfast. You do that for your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, your snacks. Don't bother logging in your exercise. We're not using this to track how many calories we burn. We're using this how many calories that are coming in our body. My bad. But also make sure throughout the day you're checking your nutritions, and don't look at right here unless you have it set up exactly how you want it. I have it zeroed out because I usually just keep my goals in my notes. But based off whatever your goal numbers may be for protein, for carbs, for fats, you got to make sure the total doesn't exceed those numbers. Again, don't pay attention to the negative numbers where it says left. Just keep in mind of these two. Still focus on, of course, getting fiber as well. Make sure you're not getting too much sugar, but again, solely for the purpose of either gaining weight or losing weight, you got to make sure that you are hitting your protein, your carbs, and your fat goals, and of course your overall calorie goals, which would be, let me exit right there, the number of food, or if you have it set on here, right here under goal. Okay, so it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward on how to use. If anything was kind of confusing at first, just rewind the video and watch it again. But again, the gist is, based off what you're eating, you're going to measure it. Make sure you're changing it to a correct unit of measurement, whether you like to use grams or whether you like to use ounces or whatever is available, and make sure that one matches the number on the scale. And based off what you see on the scale after you measure it, you log it in for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. And make sure you always hit your goals every single day. And if you are exercising the way you should be and you are hitting this every single day, you will get to your goal.